Hi everybody, welcome to another edition of Ridiculous Ruminations. I am the almost famous DM Dave.
I am the world famous Lemmy, aka Adam.
So welcome, sorry we are a little bit late, but we are in beautiful Phoenix, Arizona, where
you can see the sky right now. It'd tell a different story.
It is storming like a son of a bitch.
Well, it's about to.
Well, I came all the way through it.
You're very moist.
I am super moist. And actually, I've gone beyond moist. I'm wet. I am so wet.
It hits Lemmy differently.
Well, it should. I know it keeps exciting you, but it is what it is. So, yeah. Actually, it's kind of nice out here. I mean, it's about 80 degrees.
Well, no, it's funny because you were here earlier today, and I said that it was only supposed to be 99 degrees. And that we were out of the 110s.
Jinxed us.
Right, because as soon as he left, I ended up going to QT, and what did my thermometer say? 117.
Oh, well, yeah.
And then it dropped back down as the storm started rolling through. So it proved me a liar for an hour or two.
Why throw stuff out? Why challenge the universe like that?
I thought it was funny. Lemmy's based off of me.
Oh, well, so. And the universe said, oh, yeah? Fuck you.
Hold my beer.
And before we get started with the recap, so I like to bring, important news to everybody. So there was a guy in Oklahoma that just got arrested for murder, killed his fishing buddy. I
mean, depending on what he did, I could see it.
Well, I mean, I can understand, and I'm going to tell you what he did, right?
Okay.
So he's out there with his buddy and the fishing, right, doing the fishing thing, and somehow he gets it in his head that his buddy is going to summon Sasquatch to come eat him. Oh, and so his buddy, runs away to leave him there so Sasquatch can come and eat him, so he chases him down and kills him.
I'm sorry, this had to have been in, like, Minnesota.
Oklahoma.
There's your reason.
Oklahoma. I mean...
Fuck, when's the last time Sasquatch was spotted there, y'all? Y'all Okies are weird.
Well, and we love you. I mean, but I was expecting Florida, but it wasn't.
Yeah, I mean... Florida, for some reason, they've seen Sasquatch and there's no mountains there, so that's weird.
Well, they got the swamp.
Well, you could have Georgia, you could have Oregon, Washington, shit, Pennsylvania, most of the Northeast, but Oklahoma? What the fuck? You got a hill. The hill's like 500 feet tall.
But I mean, can you imagine? You're going into, court. I was legitimately afraid for my life. I thought Sasquatch was going to come eat me.
Yeah, so that just makes me wonder how much bathtub crystal meth they had that day.
I swear to God, Judge, I thought the Sasquatch going to eat me. Don't send me to jail.
Not a good reason to kill your fishing buddy.
It was good enough for this guy. Not really good enough for the rest of us.
I mean, if they steal your favorite lure, they steal your power bait, they steal your spot, cool, I get it.
Sasquatch?
No.
You're not buying the Sasquatch defense?
I don't buy it. Not even here in Arizona where we have actual fucking mountains.
I'm not saying, I might not look at it a little differently if I was on the jury, but, I'm not. So.
Yeah, no, that's a hard no for me, dog.
Well, we're not under the jury, either one of us.
We're not.
So, and the worst, and even worse, his daughter, he came home and, told his daughter what he did. His daughter was dating the other guy's son. That's going to make a very interesting Thanksgiving meal.
Well, no, Dad's going to be in prison, so we don't have to worry about that Thanksgiving meal, but...
well, I mean...
Still, your dad killed my dad. Jeez, that's a rough start to life. It's very biblical.
Kind of is. Also kind of Hatfield and McCoyish. So, the James Webb actually sent back some pictures of Jupiter, which is pretty cool.
Full color. They were crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I know it was just a test, just to see what it would be like. But really, how hard is it to focus in on Uranus? I mean, it's
Can we just see a clear shot of Uranus once?
Yeah.
Just once. I just want to see one picture of Uranus.
And if gas is coming out, we need to know these things. What gas is leaking out of Uranus?
I just want to see Uranus.
I don't think it's a big ask.
I don't think it's a big ask at all. It's way easier to see a picture of Uranus than it is to see a picture of the sun.
Yeah. I agree.
Because you have to put so many filters on the sun to make it look good.
That's true.
Let's see how many filters
Let's just
Uranus
see Uranus.
needs. Yeah, I mean, come on.
And you know, I don't think it's a big ask. Just move it a little bit further, and you know, if it can see distant,
Probe into the dark depths. Let's see that anus.
But until we see the anus, how can we get a probe ready for it?
I mean, that's the problem.
How are you going to know how deep to go into Uranus
don't.
when you're sending a probe in?
We don't.
Do you go
We don't
all
know
the way?
if it's going
Do
to
you
be
go halfway?
nice and slippy or if it's going to be dry and rocky. We don't know.
Or with the probe, you just put the tip of the probe in to see what Uranus
Play a game
is
with
like.
just a tip. Do you like it? I
You know,
mean,
There's so many different things that James Webb could be doing to Uranus. So NASA, let's get on the ball. Get James Webb, you know, pointed towards Uranus, so we can, you know, kind of figure things out.
yeah, it's very magical and mystical, and we just don't know enough about it.
And if James Webb does start focusing on Uranus, we'll discuss it.
Absolutely. But until then, no more anus.
Uranus,
No more.
you're sure?
100%.
Okay. So no more Uranus for the rest of this video.
Yep.
Okay. So let's get back into it. So very interesting session last session, as normal. You guys were opened up. You were trailing the Devastator, which is a rather large, heavily armed ship in the Rowley fleet.
Yeah, it's a slave warship.
Yeah, it kind of is. And you guys decided you did not want to follow it to the port that it was headed to, right?
No,
More like a
'cause that's
docking
gonna start
area.
a fight.
Yeah.
So moving off, you know, to the other, like
Hindsight, though, is 2020.
you went to the tip of the island,
Just a tip.
just the tip where you guys were able to land.
We did. We did. We got off. We were able to. Yep. We were able to come to fruition onto the sands of the land. Yeah.
Well, first you had to get on the tip,
We did.
and then you got off,
Then we got off.
right?
But we got deep in there.
You did, because you found a path that led you deep, deep into it.
Yep.
Into the very moist, wet, jungle-ish, swampy area.
What somebody could say is the womb of the island.
You could say that. You
Yeah.
know,
It is very moist, warm, hot, sticky.
you could make that analogy, and we'll run with that, right?
Absolutely.
And it was a little bit treacherous, right? You know, getting through.
It always is.
It really is. And then you decided, you and Atos went and scouted ahead a little bit,
A little bit.
while Sunchaser went and found a place that you guys could, you know, camp somewhat safely.
She did.
In the moist environment that you were in.
A lot of crotch rot.
Oh, there really is a lot of crotch rot there, but that's to be expected on a tropical island, especially close to the
It's like 2 days in Pennsylvania.
where the
Sucks.
tip meets the moisture, right, of the ocean, right? I mean, that's a lot of moist
A lot
air.
of humidity.
Absolutely.
A lot of humidity.
Oh, and then what did you find?
Well, I found a gazebo in a field.
That petrified the shit out of you.
Yeah, no, I didn't want to go there, but I did.
Well,
That was dumb.
you went to it later. First, you went back and reported to everybody else what you had found.
I sure
Much
did.
confusion as to actually what we
Yes.
found.
Yeah, there was a lot of confusion as to what we had seen, found. It was kind of weird.
So, well, you decided to bed down for the night anyway.
Yeah.
In a relatively safe, dry-ish spot. And the night went pretty much okay until you guys started hearing voices. Alexandra
Yep.
and Professor Night Sky were able to start hearing far-off voices, muffled, not really being able to make out what it was, sounding almost if it was coming from underground.
And this is where we get on the railroad station, bro.
There's no railroad station. You easily could have just left.
Sure, we could have.
Yeah?
That wasn't going to happen. Chugga chugga, chugga chugga, chugga chugga. Woo woo! We're on board, brother.
I don't railroad you guys.
I don't know about that.
All the decisions are yours. I just have contingencies for other directions you may go.
You didn't for what I chose.
Once in a while, you guys have thrown me way off. Okay,
That's my job.
and it is done very well. So, but after searching, you guys did find a hole.
We did.
And kind of the hole in the tip.
It was, but then I ran to it, and I tried to run back, and that didn't end well.
But there wasn't enough room for you to go down.
I couldn't fit in the tip. It
But
happens.
You could hear some chanting and some, but again, not any being able to make out any words. So then you guys decided to drop a light stone down it. That was cool.
Sure did.
After yelling into it.
Yeah.
And hearing
We were sounding. Google it.
Yes, you were. And then you guys kind of put together that this was kind of like a vent hole for something that's underground.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure did.
So, again, being a little spooked out, night was a little bit rough for the rest of you guys. But morning finally came.
Yeah, finally.
And you guys decided to check out the glade a little bit more.
Yeah.
So, then what happened?
That's when I ran across it and ran to the gazebo and tried to come back and got gassed.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So, as soon as you stepped off the platform, yeah, you got gassed. And then Sunchaser came over to help you out.
Yep, sure
and
did.
She did the same thing.
I felt like she didn't actually go on the gazebo.
She really did. Because Lemmy was half on, half off it, so she really did go onto it.
Okay.
So,
There's a lot.
and then the rest of the team decided to go and help all of you drag you guys back out after leaving, some of your magical equipment, because you guys determined that the grass around the gazebo was all a giant anti-magic field.
It was.
It was.
So, yep, and when Professor Night Sky stepped onto it,
Bad things happened.
Bad things happened to him.
Because he's exactly who the fuck I thought he was. Even though Lemmy doesn't know it, now Adam does.
Yes, he actually, his polymorph was reversed, and he is Morning Glory, the giant adult copper dragon, but it still did some nasty, nasty things to him.
Vindicated.
Screaming in pain. As a rather large group of Draconians showed up.
Yeah, I felt like
Which we should have heard. I mean, you can't march a troop. of
Alexandra did hear them.
Draconians.
the reaction time between
And saw them.
Chugga, 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 chugga.
the reaction time of us hearing them for them coming.
So,
That's not right.
they moved rather quick. And those of you that were still awake wisely surrendered.
Lemmy was unconscious, thank
We gotta
God.
take it on.
Yeah, and woke up in a dungeon, shackled to a wall.
Not the first time.
Oddly enough, it is not the first time.
Not even
Prisons
close.
can't
But this
work.
time you didn't pay for it.
I didn't pay for it 90% of the time I was shackled in the dungeons, but yeah.
One way or the other, you did.
Well,
Minus all your equipment. Exil is gone. The trident is gone.
yeah.
All the armor is gone. But then they let Alexandra away because Rusty was not with you guys.
Well, you forgot to say how I was able to get out of my chains and stuff.
It's true. She did get out of her chains.
It's almost like I think she wants to be up here on
Right,
camera
right.
with us.
That's okay.
I think we should start a petition.
It's fine. You can start a petition. Doesn't mean I'm gonna follow it.
Well, she still does have veto power. But if you guys want to see her up here with us, just go ahead and leave in the comments that you would like to see the person that plays Alexandra up here with us.
We'll put a bag on her head so she doesn't scare the children.
Yeah, I'll put it around paper.
Ouch. Nice.
I am rather scary.
Not really.
Well, I mean, not
We could do
scary
one of
at all,
those
but-
things that like blur it out, like on witnesses when they show up on the news. Do the voice changer thing. Yeah, I play Alexandra. And it's all blurred out. Like
That would be hilarious.
Oh my god, that'd be fun.
Just so you know.
So
Now
anyway,
you sound like an old Jewish mother.
you really do.
Now listen, honey. The thing is,
Been smoking Pall Malls my whole
I've been
life.
smoking Pall Malls since before you were born. In the uterus, I was born with a cigarette.
6 packs
Oh
a day.
my God, that reminds me of Pittsburgh. So
Unfortunately,
So anyway, and yes, and no, Alexandra was able to summon her shadow and swap places and get out. But she went with them, where she was taken to a room that had a black-robed wizard and a oddly largish human ranger, who was given, the ranger was given a necklace and a medallion of animal control. And Rusty was there.
Even though he's a beast.
And was able to turn Rusty evil to attack Alexandra.
Chugga, 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 chugga.
No, I actually like
Alexandra.
it. I like that.
Alexandra was given the choice of running. In fact, was told to run, but nope. She wanted to stay and fight.
You pushed my buttons,
did.
though.
And this had one of the best fight scenes we've had in a long
it
time.
It was a little bit interesting.
It was stupid.
Alexandra has the ability to blink, but she was also being held. She would blink away, and then couldn't be hit because her turn came first, so she would blink away. And then, when she would blink back, she couldn't break the hold spell, but then she'd blink away again before anybody could do anything.
So then she's just blinking and like kind of rotating in air and then blinking again.
There was a few times that she did get hit. Rusty was being effective with his club-like tail. She did get the shocking grasp once. And
Thank God it was our tank and not me.
And one of my favorite spells, Phantasmal Killer.
Yeah, that one's a bitch.
I love that spell. It's a great spell.
Not really. Hey, it's starting to rain.
Mm-hmm. I told you it was coming. So,
You did tell me you were coming, yes.
yes. But meanwhile, you guys were managed to able to break free. Sunchaser just manhandled the manacles and chains right off the wall.
Yeah, sure did.
Never underestimate a pissed off barbarian.
That's my wife.
And which freed the rest of you guys. And you got to see this whole thing happening, everything that was happening to Alexandra, with a scrying globe that was left there for you guys to watch. And again, you guys were told, we're going to set you free, go. Somewhere on the island there is a portal that will allow one and only one person to go back to Palanthas and escape the island.
And we're not doing that. No.
And your equipment is somewhere scattered across the island.
So we're obviously going for the equipment because that's what we need.
Well, after breaking out and killing the Draconians that were coming to let you go so you guys can leave.
Fuck those guys.
And again, this is not... I don't get this.
Killed every single one of them.
And suffered the explosion damage of every single one of them. All six of them.
Sure did.
Tiny little room. They explode. They do damage.
Yep.
You guys sucked all of it up.
Sure did. Sponges.
You weren't feeling so good after that.
No, wasn't.
It took you, what, down about half your hit points?
I have to look at my hit sheet, but I think I was probably a little above half.
They're pretty close.
Yeah.
Rinkeg, though, doesn't have his medallion.
No.
So beyond some basic first level healing spells, there's not really much he can do.
No.
You guys managed to team up with Alexandra and escape. After she managed to tie Rusty up, who was not very happy. You got a snarling little pissed off,
Not happy at all.
almost adult rust monster.
Yeah. Think of a Rottweiler that can eat metal.
Mm-hmm.
So Rottweiler goat combination. Really where we're at.
With a little cricket.
Little cricket. Okay, okay.
So you get to the one place that you think would help, the anti-magic glade. Which did. Rusty came back to normal.
Yep, sure did.
You managed to get rid of one of your cursed items.
I did. I got rid of that fucking coin that I've had forever.
The coin of chaos. Just blink, it's just
Blink.
out in the grass somewhere. So, hey, air quality is really bad in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
There's a lot of blowing dust around.
And some water in the air.
Well, the air itself is moist right now.
Well, what's funny is if you look over there, I have the hummingbirds, and they're underneath the gazebo. The kids' gazebo.
Yeah, they are. Even they don't want to come out.
Yeah, no, they're like, oh, fuck, it's supposed to be light for another 2 hours, and it's raining now.
It looks rather dark.
It does.
So, here's where you guys came up on a quandary. What to do next?
Yeah, that sucked.
So, tell us what happened next.
Well, we ended up taking a little bit of a rest to get some hit dice back, and then we searched. and we looked for any magical items that we could find, and we found Grin.
Well, first, you guys found part of the jungle forested area had been, like, something big and heavy had been dragged through it.
Yeah. No, there was a dragon running through there, but Lemmy just comes to consciousness, and nobody's explaining this to him, so he doesn't understand what we're following. And then we find Grin.
I think Alexandra explained it to you once you got to the glade and we were resting a little bit.
Did you tell me that he was a dragon?
Yeah.
And I probably...
I never told Benny. I didn't tell any of them that he's a dragon.
See, that's why I thought...
Well,
I'm just following this, and then we're looking for our artifacts, because I don't know, even though Lemmy in his heart of hearts knows this motherfucker's a dragon.
which is pretty cool, because you actually were in the same place with the dragon and Professor Night Sky at the same time.
That was interesting. We'll revisit that.
We really will.
Yeah, we will.
So, you guys first started traveling the path that the dragon was dragged through, but realizing that anything that can capture and drag a dragon, probably...
You're right, we did tell you he's a dragon. You're like,
Oh, you did?
I know it.
I knew
Oh,
it.
hey! Lemmy knew it. Vindicated.
But then I think halfway down this trail, you guys realize anything that's powerful enough to take a fully grown dragon down this path might be a little more powerful than you want to tangle with no equipment.
Yeah, that's not good.
Besides the long swords that you got from the Draconians.
I got a hammer.
And a hammer, because you did raid an armory.
Are we all
I mean, I have weapons. They suck. It's not my weapons. They're not Sun Chaser's weapons. They're not anybody's weapons.
No, but the cool thing about Sunchaser's Trident is if she's within 120 feet of it and tries to summon it, it will come to her.
Yeah, best believe that I am taking my lady entirely through this island to fucking find that.
Every 120 feet, she's stopping and trying to summon her Trident.
But I'm also trying to find my goddamn dagger.
So, somewhere on the island it rests. So,
I'd rather find Grin.
but then when Alexandra made a mental contact with Grin, her sentient shield, because there's really not a limit to that distance, he kind of gave some hints where it was from what he could see. There was a bunch of people, they're all black robed, and he was somewhere north of you guys. So then, using Gabriel as a true north compass, since he has keen mind and he knows exactly which direction is which,
Sure does.
with Sunchaser, helping carve the path, you guys eventually came upon a clearing right as the sun was setting. A big cave opening.
Yeah, we decided to go down that.
Yeah, how'd that work out?
And not so good.
You and Atos snuck forward because you guys are the stealthy rogues.
So it turns out that there's like 259 people eaters
Night people.
and like a night person cleric that is shaving off flesh from a slave. And Lemmy's like, oh no, this can't happen.
Yeah, rather attractive. Very pale. Almost dancing seductively with a dagger in the air, and every few seconds she stops and slices off a piece of this kender that's trapped and throws it to the waiting crowd.
It's not okay.
It's not. It's horrific.
Yeah, it's not okay at all.
Nightmarish. It is not the place you want to be.
Not even a little bit.
Which is where we ended. A little bit of a cliffhanger. You and Atos in the cave opening, looking down on this stinking, writhing mass of people that like to eat other people, and a macabre, bloody show being
It's a
performed.
Kabayashi Maru for me, man.
So, what do you think's going to happen tonight?
People are gonna die. Some of them might be us.
You know, it does put you guys in a very unique situation. You're going to have to rely on wits and things other than your magical items to carry you through.
Yeah, it's gonna be
I'm
bad.
the only one who's not really that bad.
Really
off.
bad.
Yeah, Alexandra not bad because she can still cast some of her magic stuff without anything because they're just innately part of her. Renke can still cast first level magical spells.
First level and cantrip.
So, and his cantrips, right? Doesn't really need his focus for that. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens this
It
session.
really will be.
Didn't you pull out an arrow at
So-
No, I didn't. We stopped before I release a string.
So you're predicting death.
Lots of death. For lots of people. Hopefully not
That
us.
hunter better hope that I don't
So-
find him.
You know, yeah, because you still got a snarling, nasty, hey, Jimbo! We're so cute together. It's like an Egyptian and who? It's like
Man and Johnny Cash.
Johnny Carson.
No, it's you guys are so cute together like Eggman and McMahon and Johnny Cash.
Well,
That's
that's Johnny Carson. That is not Johnny Cash.
Carson, sorry. Jimbo, I don't think I understand your reference because you're old as fuck.
I kind of do, except for Eggman. Who the fuck is Eggman?
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Is that Humpty Dumpty? That's the only Eggman
I know the
know.
other two, but I don't know Eggman.
And McCann and Johnny Carson, don't act like you're freaking stupid. Who's acting?
Go smoke another bowl, Jim. I know Eggman from
I didn't know
Dr.
that.
Robotnik, but
Wait,
there
you
is
never heard
no
of that?
fucking way
Eggman?
Nope.
that Jim Moran knows who Eggman is. There's no way.
Well, he could be.
There's no way. No way he knows.
I turned 80 today. Happy birthday, Jimbo.
8-ball.
Bought an 8-ball.
Hey, where the fuck is half of that 8-ball, bro?
We're here. We're waiting. You know the invite is always open for you to bring your party favors over.
Listen,
Sharing-
my sinuses
sharing-
need a little clearing. That's all I'm saying.
You know, with this humidity, obviously,
There's a
right?
lot of humidity.
Unless you're storing them in your extra small banana hammock.
No, we modeled those after you. Ours are at least medium.
No, but if he's storing his 8-ball there.
Sick by and friends.
Are you already hitting your stuff? That's not a real
I'm not
sentence.
sure if, that doesn't make sense to humans.
But it makes sense to Jim.
He hangs out with a lot of NFL players, though, so
He
I
really
mean,
does.
he talks in weird sentences.
And when Jim was dropped on his head as an adult. So,
Multiple times.
yeah, it absolutely was.
He played basketball.
Well, there's your first problem.
That's a dangerous sport.
That's your first problem.
Absolutely.
You know, you're better
I
off-
only played rugby and football. I would never play basketball.
I wouldn't either. I mean, you're better off playing dodgeball.
Might as well. With wrenches.
Yeah, you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Anything.
But we're going to go ahead and we're going to wrap this up so we can get to our session. Guys, we are doing some experimentation. Please check us out on YouTube. We hopefully will have the whole session.
Smash that like button.
Well, that too. But hopefully,
And if you don't like it, tell us why.
yeah.
Fuck it. We'll listen to reason.
We're also still open for endorsements. We
yeah.
will hawk your shit, no problem. But what I was going to say is we are going to try to broadcast our entire session tonight on YouTube. Audio, not the best. We're working on it. Again, it is a work in progress. We're experimenting. And any feedback on that would be fantastic.
It would be.
I doubt there'll be any video. There'll probably just be our logo again.
Yep.
But the feedback is definitely appreciated.
It is.
And then, as you so eloquently put it,
Smash!
please, it helps us out on the fucked up algorithms on YouTube. Like
Yes.
and subscribe helps us out. We appreciate it. So with that, I'm going to say roll for initiative and have a great rest of your night.
Bye, fuckers.
Oh, Diana's laughing at us.
Haha.